here's the camera on the big display. It goes underneath the display on the Samsung one, and it's on top of the bezel with the Pixel Fold one. So which one do you think looks and sounds better? All right, here's 4K on the front cameras, the very front outside cameras. Here's the microphones. What do you think? All that. Let me know in the comments down below. Now I'm gonna hold these separate. This is the Pixel Fold and the back camera. I'm using like that back screen thing where you can see the front of the display, so you can use the back cameras easier. So this is what it looks like. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments down below. Here's the Galaxy Z Fold 4 back cameras. Again, using that same form factor where I am seeing myself on the front display, but using the back cameras. They both have that same cool feature. I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Here's the battle you think you've all been waiting for. The Galaxy Z Fold 4 versus the Google Pixel Fold. Completely different form factors. Pixel Fold is the newest foldable phone on the market. Galaxy Z Fold 4 has been out for almost a year at this point. So let's talk about looks first. So on the back here, again, completely different looks. You got tall and skinny and kind of short and fat. Just on the back, they both look very premium. The hinges look very premium. You can see that at the bottom, Galaxy Z Fold 4 doesn't completely close. It's got a little gap between it, but the Pixel Fold does. It's completely flat, looks great. Both cameras stick out a fair amount, probably about the same, or the Pixel Fold might stick out just a bit more. There you go. Looks wise, just on a closed state, I'd personally give it to the Pixel Fold. I like the wider aspect ratio. I like the outside screen better. It's more convenient in terms of using it. So all of that would go to the Google Pixel Fold for the win on that one. When you open these up, the way they look are Galaxy Z Fold, I should say, is and does have very, very small bezels. Google Pixel Fold has big bezels, but I've been using this phone for a while now, and I haven't had any issues with the bezel getting in the way or distracting me. When you look at it, you're like, okay, yeah, I can see it. But, you know, just like the crease in these phones, which they both basically have the same kind of crease. It doesn't, maybe the Pixel Fold seems a little bit less, but in terms of like this border around the screen doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't catch my eye at all either. I also like this wider aspect ratio in terms of the way the screen is. You can see it's a little bit wider than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Let's see, I'll just show you right there. So you see it's wider, but Galaxy Z Fold 4 is taller. And with multitasking, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 shows just as much, but not enough. So here they are side by side. One's playing a video. You can see the video looks a little bit bigger on the Pixel Fold because it's wider. And then when you're looking at tweets and things, I like it on here too. I mean, I can't see as much, you know, all the way down, but that doesn't matter, man. I don't need to see, you know, 2 or 3 tweets down. I'd rather see the writing, for me personally, bigger. So for me, it wins on the Pixel Fold wins on the wider aspect ratio in that regard. While we're here, multitasking. Now, they do it a little bit different. And the Galaxy Z Fold 4 has a little bit more extra feature in that regard. So I can really quickly just press these buttons and switch them really quickly. I can't really do that here. I can't easily, there's no button here to quickly switch them, you know, left to right, at least from what I know so far. Also with the Galaxy Z Fold 4, you can actually bring in more windows. You have this little slide out, and if I wanted to, I could bring YouTube back, and I have that window. And you can even do more. You can put like windows that are on top of Windows. Maybe I want to do Google. So I can put it here, here, here. Or I can pull it to the middle. And it kind of, if I wanted to, I could pull it down here. So depends what you like. I think this is a little bit too much. It's great to have, don't get me wrong. But I would personally rather have the Pixel Fold where I don't know, everything's big, easy to see. And I don't necessarily ever need 3 windows or 4 windows, or I can even do more than that, more floating windows if I wanted to, on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Now I can also switch these pretty easily. I can swipe up here and you're like, hey, you know what? I want to bring over another window or switch the window. So I can come in here and like go on Amazon. And at that point I can put it here, here, here. It doesn't matter where I put it. Maybe I want it to be here so I can look at my Twitter at the same time and then shop on Amazon. So you can switch windows around if you want, but on a multitasking level, I personally prefer the Google Pixel Fold, but I can totally see why someone would like having more windows, more information, all, more on the Galaxy Z Fold 4 side, especially with the ability also to favorite these. You can hit a favorite and it would save all this setup. So I can see why this might also win. Now, while we're talking about screens, let's talk about the screen brightness. Screen brightness on here, it's funny because the Pixel Fold does have a brighter display overall, but only at certain times, only if I max it out. If I put this thing to 100%, you can see they basically look the same in terms of the brightness right now. This might look a little bit brighter, but I only have this at like, let's just put it to 50. They basically look exactly the same brightness. When I pull them to 100, it might be hard to see, but that's where the Pixel Fold is definitely a little bit brighter, maybe much brighter. Both of them are still kind of hard to see outside, but I can totally see the Pixel Fold more so outside than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. But just brightness, if you're just rocking these at 50%, the Galaxy Z Fold 4 is brighter. It seems brighter to me. And I appreciate that because I'd rather mentally have my display at half brightness. So full brightness, the winner is the Pixel Fold, I should say. The winner at almost every other brightness is the Galaxy Z Fold 4. All right, so let's play some music here. I'm gonna play this Magnus song. I have the volume completely maxed out on the Pixel Fold. This song, I'd say the Galaxy Z Fold 4 sounds a little brighter, sounds a little louder as well. This song, Galaxy Z Fold 4, sounds a little bit louder, a little bit bassier, a little bit better quality overall. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. Again, a little bit clearer on the Z Fold 4, a little bit louder, a little bit better overall quality sound. Speakers over these 3 tests, I'm gonna have to give it to the Galaxy Z Fold 4. What about the fingerprint sensor? Well, you know what? The one thing, they both work great. The one thing I don't love about the fingerprint sensor, which is also on the side of the Pixel Fold, is that it sticks out seemingly just as much as the volume buttons, and it's my muscle memory is used to it being lower like it is on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. So I'm still getting used to it, but it's hard for me sometimes to distinguish where it is. I know it's up a little bit higher than the volume. The accuracy, I feel like, is a little bit better with the Galaxy Z Fold 4. But then sometimes it just takes longer for it to unlock. So I'd say speed-wise, the fingerprint sensor is faster on the Pixel Fold. It might be a tad bit more accurate on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Overall, who's got the better fingerprint sensor? Well, I do like that the Samsung one is not sticking out, so it even though it might be harder to find, I'm so used to it that it's easy for me to find. It's kind of a toss-up in that regard of which one's better. But if I had to pick, I'd probably choose the Pixel Fold one to be designed more like the Galaxy Z Fold 4. So for this one, I guess I'll give the win to the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Just want to go back to these outside displays and show them again just for a moment so you can see what we're dealing with these browsers and the way they look with the browsers. Open up Chrome on both. So I have Android Police's website opened on both. And to me, let me turn this brightness up a little bit. To me, the Pixel Fold just looks a lot better. It's easier to read. It's easier to consume. I would much rather read it. You know, you can see more lines on it. I know I could make the text smaller on this, but I have the text really set at the same size for both types of displays. It's just too long and skinny. When you bring up the keyboard, let's bring up that. It's much more consumable and easier to type on with the Pixel Fold keyboard on the outside. Here's that same website on the big screen of both of these. And, you know, it is nice to see it on a slightly taller display. And this is just as wide. For this one, just looking at the website, minus all the ads, oh my God. Talk about ads on here. I know I can get an ad blocker, but let's just talk about the look of the website on here. They both look great. I don't mind either one of them. If I had to read it on one of these, I'd prefer it on the Galaxy Z Fold 4, just on a website type of thing, but both look fantastic. Another big thing, especially on the inside displays that you'll notice with Samsung versus the Google Pixel Fold is some apps that are full screen on the Z Fold 4 are not on the Pixel Fold. Here's one of those apps. Twitter is completely full screen on the Galaxy Z Fold 4, not on the Pixel Fold. Pixel Fold, you can go something like this. There are apps that are full screen, like you saw with Chrome and other apps as well that aren't first party, but this is what it looks like when it's like this. Now you can flip the screen around like this, and it basically does become full screen for the most part. Some apps will do this, they get a little bit wider on there, but you have to flip it around. Performance day-to-day usage, I personally find that the Pixel Fold is just a smoother overall device. It might not have as good benchmarks. It runs the Tensor G2 versus the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 on the Galaxy Z Fold 4, but just day-to-day usage of this thing, it's super smooth. There's no lag. It doesn't mess up on anything. It runs really, really well. And not that the Samsung one's all that, you know, it's not a huge difference, but just overall day-to-day usage, it again, like I said, it does personally, like the animations don't ever get clunky on the Pixel Fold, at least for me. So overall, I'm really enjoying, and you can see this looks fast. Don't get me wrong. It's not a slow poke, but day-to-day usage, the performance for me seems smoother and better on the Pixel Fold. Now, some of the big things are customizations. You can customize the Galaxy Z Fold 4 a lot more than you can the Pixel Fold. The Galaxy phone has their Good Lock app, which allows you to control tons of stuff under the hood. You can see there's like literally, you can create your own themes. This has S Pen support. You can use an S Pen on the Galaxy. You can't on the Pixel Fold. Has Quick Star, Wonderland, has tons of these, you know, crazy little animations. And these are first party things that you have. Nice catch to catch your notifications, Notice Star, One Hand Operation Plus, Camera Assist. There's a lot of things in here, a lot of customizations, a lot of stuff probably, a lot of people probably won't even use, the greater percentage. But if you do love customization and using your phone like that, then you'd want the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. But there's some, you know, there is a little bit of customization in here. You got your wallpapers and styles that you can change the colors of your themes, you know, the colors on your screen and your wallpapers, and have your icons match some of those things. So it does have a little bit of those customizations as well. Obviously, oh yeah, this also has built-in themes and has that same wallpaper style thing. So if you love downloading complete themes that change the sound and the way the screens look and all that stuff, this has it as well, and which this doesn't have. So tons of customizations built into the Samsung phone. So for customizations and all that kind of stuff, definitely go with the Samsung. Battery life on these, they both aren't amazing. Don't get me wrong. Battery life, you know, you're going to get, at least I get, I'll get anywhere from 4 to 5 hours on a screen on time with the Samsung. With the Pixel Fold, I get about 5 hours. I could probably get up to 6 hours potentially. So, keep that in mind. That battery life is fairly close enough that you won't probably see a huge difference between the two. But for me, I'm getting a little bit better battery life on the Pixel Fold. Also, go back to performance. This is a much powerful processor. You're going to get better thermals and better overall gaming performance on the Galaxy Z Fold 4. So if gaming is your absolute thing, you're probably going to want to go with the Galaxy Z Fold 4 for gaming, but this can still hang in there with gaming, but it will get pretty hot when you game. All right, guys, final thoughts time. Pixel Fold versus the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Which one is better? In my eyes, the Pixel Fold is a better phone for me overall. It does the things that are important, again, to me. One of them being the wider outside, more usable display. I also do love the inside display as well. It doesn't bug me at all. It's intriguing to me because, we've had this form factor on the Samsung one for so long. It's nice to try something new. And it's just a matter of time before more apps become full screen and I don't have to flip it, or even if I do have to flip it or not, it still will end up being full screen. Cameras, I like the still pictures better on the Pixel Fold. It's much more reliable than the Galaxy Z Fold 4 in that department. Videos, it depends how you look at it. I can see why someone might say the Galaxy Z Fold 4 takes a slightly clearer video. Definitely the inside display on these big displays here, it's much better on the Pixel Fold than the Galaxy Z Fold 4. The other cameras, the back and the front, again, it's almost like a toss-up, but I can see the Galaxy Z Fold 4 winning slightly on the cameras and for the video overall with that. Also, what I love about the Pixel Fold is the software. Not that the software is bad on here, but it's so freaking smooth, and I love smooth, elegant feeling software. This feels very elegant to me. I love it. It's really, really nice in that department. And then the Galaxy Z Fold 4, it is no slouch. It's still a wonderful folding phone. The Fold 5 will just improve on some of the things about this phone, not physically, but internally with the performance and the battery life. It will set itself apart most likely against this Pixel Fold even more so. It still takes really good pictures and photos and videos. It has a nice bright, for the most part bright, inside and outside display. The inside display is wonderful. It works really, really well. The fingerprint's great. There's a lot to like about this phone. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna come down to, using these phones and figuring out what's important to you in the grand scheme of things. Like what's gonna make it the mark for you. If I was someone that didn't have a YouTube channel and I watched the video I made, I might think to myself, you know what? Galaxy Z Fold 4 seems like the better phone. But to me, for the things that are important to me, the Pixel Fold is better, like I said. So really, weigh whatever's important to you, go for that. I hopefully offered you enough information to make a valid decision on what you think would be a better choice for you between these two devices. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.